served our country. Now let us serve you. Visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Hey farmers, wouldn't it be nice if you could cut your herbicide cost by up to 85%? Now you can with Green Eye technology for your sprayer. Green Eye's system integrates seamlessly with your current sprayer and works by identifying and spraying only the weeds. Reduce the threat of herbicide resistance, be environmentally friendly, and save a ton of money. Oh, and there's no acres fee. This is the precision spraying solution you've been waiting for. Contact Boyk Farmers Outfitters to get set up with Green Eye or check them out at BOECK farmoutfitters.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 to learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through September 29th, enjoy 8-ounce USDA choice bacon wrapped sirloins for $4.99 each, all-natural boneless chicken breasts for $2.99 per pound, and make sure to try Fairway's seasoned fresh Oktoberfest bratwurst or chili cheese bratwurst. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com. Serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Hey farmers, wouldn't it be nice if you could cut your herbicide cost by up to 85%? Now you can with Green Eye technology for your sprayer. Green Eye's system integrates seamlessly with your current sprayer and works by identifying and spraying only the weeds. Reduce the threat of herbicide resistance, be environmentally friendly, and save a ton of money. Oh, and there's no acres fee. This is the precision spraying solution you've been waiting for. Contact Boyk Farmers Outfitters to get set up with Green Eye or check them out at BOECK farmoutfitters.com.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back. It is Monday. It's kind of a hard Monday. Can't say it's a hard Monday. Just a Monday you wish it would have been a win, but there wasn't. And it's time to move on, but we definitely will talk game for sure. We got AG in H-Town. AG, what's happening, my man?
Man, not much. How you doing, AD?
I'm doing good, bro. It's like a 53, 54 degrees, I think, outside Lincoln right this morning, man. It was not partly cloudy. Sun is kind of ticking out a little bit, but nothing crazy.
Not bad.
So not bad.
Late September. Yeah, that's about right. About
yeah.
right.
What about you guys down in H-Town, man?
We got 77 and sunny right now. It's going to be a high of 91. So I'm not complaining. I am not complaining.
I think our high here is only supposed to be like 73 degrees today.
I would agree. I think it's around 75.
Yeah. Which I'll take these temps any day, man. I was so tired of the heat.
You're wearing a hoodie.
Yes, and I've not wore a hoodie this year. Sometimes it'd be like a pullover, but definitely not a hoodie. This is the first time I've worn a hoodie in a long time.
I wore a hoodie golfing yesterday, so it was nice to get back out to the hoodie weather.
It felt good because you played. Yeah. So you played Saturday at Gothenburg, right?
Yep, played Saturday out in Gothenburg at Wild Horse in the 35 to 40 mile an hour winds. And if you played Wild Horse, you know that there are 0 trees. No wind blockers, just native grass. So that ball was it was tough. And then Sunday played Centura Hills in Caro, Nebraska,
right by Grand Island, just north of Grand Island.
That is correct.
Yep, played that one. In fact, the last time I played that, it was me, Corey Ross. Me, Corey Ross. Oh, the tight end that played the same time that Corey did. Light skinned brother that was really had good hands. I forget. Coaching now, not Reed. No,
Say some tight ends names.
Like Ethan Carter's one of them. I'm trying to think.
It'll hit me.
Yeah,
it'll hit me. But it was years ago when I played that last fact. Garrett Rathke, the guy who is the GM there, I think he actually owns it.
Yeah, they were down in Florida.
Okay.
They skipped and went to golf in Florida.
Nice.
It sounded like.
Nice. So yeah, it was good. And Saturday, after the tough game Friday, which we'll talk about, it was me, former Husker Tony Veland, my buddy Aiken Udofia, and Troy both. They went down and played Iron Horse in Gothenburg. She's Ashland.
Yep.
Played that one in Ashland and shot good, man. Is
that right?
I shot 87.
Dang.
But started off with 2 doubles.
That is really good.
Yeah, I was like, we got to balance it in. Drove the green on 17 and still bogeyed.
Dang.
That's bad.
That is bad.
That's bad. But it was a good time. AG, besides the game, what'd you get into this weekend, man?
Oh man, we just really kind of just chilled around the house. Got some things done around the house. I streamed some Star Wars Outlaws yesterday and watched Sunday Night Football. Watched the game and just watched college football and watched NFL football. How the teams are like getting into rhythm. Interesting part of the first month of football. I thought about like my times is like where it was back and forth football. Like you had good football and then you had bad football teams. So just watching that, and I'm like remembering like, oh yeah, you had to get your body and mind adjusted to the regular season coming out of training camp. And that's what's going on with a lot of teams where they're selling in to their quarterbacks, even if they're veterans or rookies, and teams are like realizing, oh man, this is not a race, this is a marathon. Like we got to go gain the game, and just seeing that, and just having, like I said, just sitting at the house watching. We went to the movie, saw a good horror movie with Halle Berry called Never Let Go. Check that out if you are in the horror movie business like me.
Oh, wait a minute. It's a horror movie?
Yeah, Aaron.
Yes.
AD's out. On that point, how dramatic of a difference is it between being 0-3 and being 1-2?
It's a big difference because obviously there's no wins. I mean, that's the obvious difference. And then feeling in the locker room and in the facility, I never experienced that in Nebraska, but I experienced it in Little League, a couple Little League baseball teams. In Green Bay, we had a 1-4 month. I believe it was the 03 season.
Okay.
And it was like nobody, like for the units, for defense and offense, from team wide, we had not hit the panic button. But everything else around us, the fans, outside, what we're hearing in the media, they were, it was over for our push. And again, we just took it one game at a time. We had an up and down season, and it's all about that. Being a professional is learning how to handle the waves of negativity that's going to come your way when you're projected to go one direction. You're projected to be a top of the division contender, and you're not. And so it's a mental game. It's like I gotta ignore that and just play in our building, take our practices one practice at a time, and ignore all the outside white noise talk, basically.
Because I mean, a great example is the Baltimore Ravens, who, if you look on paper,
100%,
if you look on paper, should be one of the best teams in the NFL. Has one of the best running backs, one of the toughest guys to bring down in Derrick Henry. Lamar Jackson was the MVP last year. Zay Flowers is turning into a strong wide receiver number one for Baltimore. And by the way, with the Baltimore, Mark Andrews had one target yesterday. He's
really?
falling down. He had one target yesterday. It was an incomplete pass too. One target.
I know I hit him a lot on Madden. So
exactly. Well, they've started to move Isaiah Likely up to that starting tight end role a little bit as well. But the Baltimore Ravens, they go into the fourth quarter leading 28-6. They give up 19 points in the fourth quarter alone to the Dallas Cowboys. They failed to recover one of the 2 onside kicks, which is kind of crazy because it's even more difficult to recover an onside kick because now you have to declare it with the new kickoff rules. You have to declare that you're gonna kick an onside. And so with that, Baltimore does not recover one of the 2 onside kicks. Dallas does their job, but ultimately Trayvon Diggs allowed a completion on 3rd down and 5 to Zay Flowers for a first down that ultimately sealed the deal. But I can't imagine the feeling in that Baltimore locker room. You were up 28-6. And if the worst thing ever would have happened and Dallas came back, to be 0-3 and lose in that fashion is deflating, I would imagine.
Well, guys, let me ask you this, and we'll definitely going to talk about this more later. I mean, if you're the Cowboys right now, talking about 1-3,
1 and 2, yeah.
And 1 and 2. I mean, you think about where they're at, they obviously they showed a lot of moxie by coming back because you're down 28-6. You think this game's over, and Dallas has some resolve to at least make it respectable. But man, Baltimore dominated that game.
And I think I want to get AG before we go to break. I want to get your thoughts on. I don't know how much of this was present when you were playing, but I think we're starting to see, or we've started to see where contract disputes in the offseason can spill over into the season. And what I mean by that is both Dak and CeeDee Lamb, they had contract conversations throughout the offseason. CeeDee Lamb was held out for an extended period of time because he wasn't agreeing to a contract extension. And Dak Prescott, obviously, in the end, right before a preseason game, or maybe it was before the day of the first game of the year.
It was literally the day before, a couple of days before the first game of the year.
So he gets paid. I think they eventually inked CD to an extension as well. But when it's all said and done, we're starting to see where maybe being held out of camp and not being present, they're not on the same page right now. And you can see that through 3 games.
Yeah. And it's interesting because the first game, obviously, it seemed like they were on point. Like it was back to old hat. Yeah. They were playing like mid-season form. And then the last 2 games, it's back to what we saw at the end of the regular season for them. So I would say, one, it's a little bit to do. I agree with you, Nick. A little bit to do with CD not being there at camp. But then also is go back to regular season. Did they really resolve whatever was going on the team or in the locker room at the end of the 2023 season? That's my question, because it's the same issue. When you see the cameras pan to the Dallas sidelines, you see them now arguing, not just having a conversation. Like last year was a timid conversation. Everybody's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I messed up there. But now you see CD getting in Dak's face. We could go on for what all that means, right? We don't know. We weren't right there. We can't hear them talking. But from what we see and what we observing, it's a lot different. And another stage is leveled up in terms of now it's not just a conversation. It's actually getting a little bit of tension there. You can see it. I mean, blind man can see that. So it's just unfortunate. But I say, one, they better figure it out, because this season ain't gonna get no better. You still got games to play, and you got a lot of football left. So this is their time. I know McCarthy was a good coach in terms of understanding that, but I don't know in the environment that he is in now, where it's not all him, right? It's more Jerry. The players got a little bit more say, or they do their own thing. So it's a different environment than being in Green Bay.
Here's what's crazy, guys. So CeeDee Lamb has 13 catches on the year on 24 targets. So almost, half, right? But for 218 yards. Now this is skewed a little bit because he had a 65-yard completion earlier this year. So you take away that, he has 153 yards on 12 catches, which is unlike CeeDee Lamb through 3 games. Through 3 games, right? And that 153 would still lead the Dallas Cowboys. But now you're seeing guys like Brandon Cooks, and they're using Rico Dowdle out of the backfield. And we saw Kevontae Turpin yesterday catch that touchdown pass. There was, to your point, AG, clear and obvious frustration on the sideline yesterday.
Oh yeah, CD
between those 2 dudes. CeeDee Lamb was, and even Tom Brady said it on the broadcast, CeeDee Lamb thought he was open on a 2-point conversion, and he was just like, "Don't get mad, CD. There was nothing there."
Yeah,
and so like that's what Tom Brady was saying about CeeDee Lamb on the broadcast yesterday on Fox. So there is something going on there. I don't know if it was from the contract or what the deal is, but for Dallas to be a playoff team, they're going to need that Dak CeeDee Lamb connection, because you don't have an Amari Cooper there anymore.
Right.
You don't have a Michael Gallup in his prime there anymore to go along with CeeDee Lamb. You also don't have Dalton Schultz. You're leaning on Jake Ferguson at tight end.
Who's not a bad option.
Who's not a bad option at all. Who's not a bad option, but he's been banged up just a little bit. But no, there's not another go-to, this is the dude on our offense. It's not like your running backs are that great either. It's Dowdle or it's Ezekiel Elliott. And so it's a weird situation right now for Dallas.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say they got good options in terms of the run back, right? You got Ezekiel still picking up, being positive out there. And then with CD, the biggest thing is just the fact that he was gone most of training camp. You know, he's obviously satisfied in the payment department because he got a deal done. But now it's that lost time of growing together in another season in another offense, in the same offense as he's been since his rookie year, along with Dak. So that's what he missed out. Those whatever that 31, 41 days of training camp that was missed, and he didn't have that. So that was a time of growth through errors, through preseason, through putting in new offensive packages and understanding the verbiage. Again, getting it down pat. Because he's been there a while, but also every time you miss, it's like double down. He missed the whole training camp. That's like 2 training camps that he missed to then understand how to catch up to where everybody else was, where everybody else is at that was in training camp. All the starters and even the backups are ahead of him because they were able to participate. You know, the young guys, first year, second year rookies got reps because it's all about reps. We all know that, AD. That's how we got good. We let everybody on our roster get reps on every level: first string, second string, third string, fourth string, fifth string. It didn't matter. Those reps are important, even at the even more important at the professional level.
Absolutely, because AG, like you said, they're even more important because everybody you're playing against the best. You know, it's not like in college where you have those disparities of positions. You know, you guys are pros for a reason. So the even small mistakes become big mistakes because they make you pay for them so much more because they are so good. So we're definitely going to discuss a lot about that. Volleyball coming up as well. Nebraska does it again, brings out the broom. Rico being to talk about that segment.
I love it.
Absolutely. And of course, Nebraska football, we're going to discuss that too. Let me clarify something real quick on that. What I was saying, K-Dub, I appreciate that too. What I'm saying is that touchdown that Naylor had, what I'm saying is he should have caught the doggone ball. Now, obviously, when he got to the end zone, I mean, he didn't have possession and went down. But I'm saying if he catches the ball, it's a touchdown. Catch the ball. Simply catch the ball, which we'll discuss that when we come back as well. There's a lot of that to discuss. And the thing about it, I want to get your input too. So the 9 o'clock top of the hour, we're just going to hear from you on the text line. If you want to call in, we can hear from that as well. I will break down those numbers. And also tomorrow we'll start looking more Purdue. But today, it's just let it out. Talk about it, what you think, what you feel, et cetera. Of course, Nebraska goes to 3-1, dropping it overtime to Illinois on Saturday. When we come back, folks, Nebraska does a sweep. So there is good news. We'll talk about when we come back. It's The Drive.
Go hog wild, pit barbecue.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Hey farmers, wouldn't it be nice if you could cut your herbicide cost by up to 85%? Now you can with Green Eye technology for your sprayer. Green Eye's system integrates seamlessly with your current sprayer and works by identifying and spraying only the weeds. Reduce the threat of herbicide resistance, be environmentally friendly, and save a ton of money. Oh, and there's no acres fee. This is the precision spraying solution you've been waiting for. Contact Boyk Farmers Outfitters to get set up with Green Eye or check them out at BOECK.FarmOutfitters.com.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through September 29th, enjoy 8-ounce USDA choice bacon wrap sirloins for $4.99 each, all-natural boneless chicken breasts for $2.99 per pound, and make sure to try Fairway's Season Fresh Oktoberfest bratwurst or chili cheese bratwurst. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs,
including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com, serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Veterans, do you know what local, state, and federal benefits and services you're eligible to receive? Do you want help navigating the application or appeals process? Speak to your county veteran service officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. You've served our country, now let us serve you. Visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing cloud cover throughout the day and light winds with an afternoon high around 73. Tonight we'll see increasing cloud cover with a low around 52. And tomorrow, a chance of showers, possibly storms. Otherwise, partly sunny skies and a high around 78. I'm meteorologist Kyle Vector for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Old School with DP and J.
On your scale of 1 to 7, because the Husker in you, the player in you, and then the football analyst, where were you?
That's a good question. I probably was 7 would be, we're back. I'd probably say, I look at all of it, probably 4.5, 5. I have a lot of good teach tape, and I can keep the pedal to the metal.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we're back on this beautiful Monday morning. All was not lost in the University Athletics this weekend. Before I go any further, I was going to hold off, but because it's already out there and just on blast, and it's been on blast for about the past 48 hours, Raff is not able to make it with us this morning. We already knew that coming in. He had some travel issues. Hopefully he's taking off right now because he was sitting on the runway about an hour ago.
Yeah.
And he had been sitting on the runway in Dallas for about 45 minutes. And I'm sure, if you look on his social media, you know a few people have texted. Well, one person's texted him, was like, hey, what's about big news? Didn't want to say anything until he was actually here to share it, but I guess he's already put it out there for everybody. I'm just going to say, go check out his social media. You'll know exactly what, because I don't want to say it without, I'm just going to say, just go look at his social media, and then you'll know we're all crazy proud of him. But what you ought to go look at, you can probably imagine what it is. But again, I just think
he finally met John Elway.
There we go.
Did he pass out? Did he pass out?
No, that's
playing
not
with
what
you.
it is.
I'm about to say, man. I'm like, this dude probably died. Man, I'm surprised he's still with us.
That's why Raff couldn't make it today. He met John Elway.
John Elway's in the hospital getting.
I'm like, he fell and cracked his head on something because he passed.
It's a long way to go.
Yeah, most of you know what happened. But again, I want to leave that to where he shares that.
Yes.
But he shared it on his social media. So if you want to know right now, go to his Instagram or Twitter, Chris Raff7, I believe on Instagram, on Twitter, what it is. So go look at that. You can imagine what it is. And Sanderson, yes, just catch the dang ball, man. That's all taken care of. But Rico, I want to hop right into soccer. I'm not soccer, volleyball.
Soccer!
Want to hop right into volleyball and discuss the Husker women came out again with a big can of, we'll go out to whip your tail. And that's exactly what they did. Rico.
Yes.
Nick, AG, I mean, they put in work, like quick work.
Yeah, they seem to be hitting their stride right now. That is the 4th ranked team that they faced, I believe. 4th or 5th ranked, no, 5th ranked team that they've beaten already this season. And the 4th undefeated team, because we're not counting, like the 1-0, 2-0 or whatever. But the 4th undefeated team with greater than 4 games played that they have given their first loss this season as they go down to Louisville and beat the Cardinals in a sweep, 3-0. And like you said, put in quick work from the jump. Just jumped on top of Louisville and didn't stop.
The only closest game they had was a 25-22. That was
the last one. It reminded me.
Well, the second set was 25-22, and the last one was 25-14. But it went back and forth for a little bit.
It reminded me of the Texas-Nebraska National Championship, but kind of in reverse, where the first set for Nebraska and Texas was close, and then the last two just weren't. And they did the same thing that Texas did to them. They served Louisville out of the building.
Right.
They finished with, I believe, 7 aces. Lindsey Krause had 3 of them or 4 of them. She went on a stretch where she had 3 aces in a row.
Nice.
Just serving the lights out. There were some statistics that came out earlier last week. The top 25 serving teams in Nebraska wasn't one of them. It seems like they might have taken exception to that when they went down to Louisville. And there's like 2 sides to the coin where you could say that maybe you didn't get the best out of Louisville, or Nebraska's defense just forced Louisville into a ton of mistakes. Because at one point in the first set, Nebraska only had 3 kills, and they were up by 6 points because Louisville had so many errors.
Rico, you look at this team right now. I'm going to go back again, you guys, to the SMU game. I know I keep alluding to that. But you could tell when those ladies walked off the court after SMU, there was a look of like, and I can't say I can tell if it's going to be this. It was either look of, I'm sick to my stomach right now, or I'm sick to my stomach, this ain't happening again, or both. You know what I'm saying? Because they were just disgust. You could see it in Coach Cook's face during the presser. I keep going back to that SMU game. An unranked team swept you, beat your tail. Nebraska women's volleyball has not been the same since.
No, that was kind of a wake-up call for him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the look of, this is not going to happen again. We just lost this game. It's not going to happen again, because that's where this caliber team, their standard is very high, and it was low when they lost to SMU, and now they're on notice for the rest of the season. I believe Coach Cook, the way he coaches, will be reminding them every day, every practice, every moment they have a lull in a game or practice, that, hey, just think about SMU. All I have to say, but I'll have them to the point to where I just say the letters SMU, then they'll be like, they'll kick back in. Yeah, you're right, Coach. Let's get it right.
AG, Andy Jackson, and Nick, not Nick, but if you want to chime in too, Nick, as well. But Rico,
what you got, Nick?
Andy Jackson again, 9 kills.
She's a freak.
Lindsey Krause, 9 kills. Merritt Beeson, 8 kills. But Andy Jackson's the second game to where she's had 9 kills or more.
Oh, yeah, 9 kills or more and hitting over 500. She's extremely efficient with her kills. She didn't have an error in this one as well. And there was a point, I don't remember which match it was, but she was 7 for 7 through the first set I can't remember what match it was, but she has been extremely efficient with everything. And I do believe that the time spent in the offseason playing for the U19, U21 team, U20 team, actually, for Bergen Riley and Andy Jackson, getting that connection down on their quick sets, on their slides, on everything, is really paying dividends right now. But there is a point. There's a thing with Andy Jackson. Out of all the things she does amazingly and how athletic she is, there is one thing that she still needs to work on, and something that you'll hear John Cook mention anytime somebody talks about Andy Jackson and how great she is offensively. Her defense, her block is still a work in progress. She is, regardless of how athletic and how quick she is still decently late on a lot of the blocks that Nebraska is trying to put up. And once she gets that down, she'll be an extreme force on both sides of the net. Because right now, Rebecca Alec is still the best defensive middle that they have. She finished with 5 blocks in this one, only 1 or 2 kills. But Andy Jackson offensively is just on another level.
Nebraska, go ahead.
Here's this statistic, guys. Nebraska volleyball, and this is just off of the Nick Sainert math. They've won 21 of the last 23 sets that they've played, and they have faced off in those 23 sets 2, 3, 4 ranked teams. Yep. So there you have your last 4 matches, which have been against the 14th ranked team, the 2nd ranked team, and the 4th ranked team, and then just an unranked team,
and then Wichita State.
Yeah, and then Wichita State. You won you swept them all. You swept them out.
Poor Wichita State.
Yeah, right. But going back to, September 5th, which is after that SMU match, like you said, AD, Nebraska's won 21 of their 23 sets. The only 2 that they lost were to Creighton when they lost sets 3 and 4, but then ended up getting number 5.
And Creighton is extremely impressive themselves. They just went down to Kansas and swept Purdue and Kansas.
Oh, wow.
Both top 15 ranked teams.
Well, unknown texter 3994, you're exactly right. One negative takeaway was service errors for both teams. There was definitely some service errors that took place in there. Nebraska just overwhelmed them so much it didn't cost them this time, but I know that's something obviously Rico and AG that they're cognizant of. Nebraska takes on UCLA, which is 16-3. They take them on, believe that is Friday night. That's at home. UCLA. And first of all, UCLA is always going to come ready to play. They're 6-3 coming into this game here at the Bob, but that place will be on fire and ready to roll.
And then Allie Batenhorst returned
on Sunday. The return of Allie Batenhorst and USC. You get to welcome the 2. It's kind of rough for the 2 newcomers, or for 2 of the 4 newcomers in the Big Ten. Your first road trip. Well, USC, I believe, is going somewhere else, but your first road trip, you're going to Nebraska. You get to go to the Bowden Vandy Sports Center and face off with I'm going to say, once the rankings come out, I think today, they'll be the 2nd ranked team.
Okay.
I don't think that they'll be able to pass Pitt right now, because I still don't think Pitt has dropped a set this season. They're far and away the number 1 team in the nation, but Nebraska taking down number 2 and number 4, that should jump them up to number 2.
You would.
They should jump whoever's in front of them. Obviously 2 and 4, and whoever is at 3.
You would think so. They're still putting in work. Again, the Husker ladies sweep Louisville yesterday in Louisville to improve their record. Of course, the drop that one to SMU. But they got a big one coming up against UCLA. USC the following 2 days. No, 2 days. Yeah, 2 days later after that. Yeah,
Friday, Sunday.
Yep, right back there at the Bowden Vandy Sports Center, folks. We'll be back with a bit of history, and then it's all things Nebraska football before we tap things out with the NFL at the end of the hour. We'll be back, folks. It's The Drive, 93.7 A Ticket.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Hurry, this deal ends soon. See Home Club for details.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best boxing on Saturday, October 5th with Roughnecks at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. 8 bouts are scheduled for the night, including the main event of Dwayne Johnson and Jack Lawless Frericks in a professional middleweight championship bout. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the boxers and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
Veterans, do you know what local, state, and federal benefits and services you're eligible to receive? Do you want help navigating the application or appeals process? Speak to your county veteran service officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. You've served our country, now let us serve you. Visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue. It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing cloud cover throughout the day and white winds with an afternoon high around 73. Tonight we'll see increasing cloud cover with a low around 52. And tomorrow, a chance of showers, possibly storms. Otherwise, partly sunny skies and a high around 78. I'm meteorologist Kyle Vick for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The Electrical Workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $437 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004120, $437 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 5,500 dual signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 9/30/2024. See dealer for details.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddles Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddles Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest, and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddles Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddles Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddles inside Gateway Mall.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All righty, we are back here on The Drive. Nick Sainert here. AG is in Houston. AD is walking to the studio as we speak. He was having a conversation outside. AG, we'll let you kick off history today. Do you have anything exciting for us today?
Man, of course. One of my favorite games. It came out on PC, though. It wasn't on console, Xbox, or PlayStation yet. But I definitely played it once it did. Is Lego Batman came out.
There you go.
16 years ago, September 23rd, 2008. So, yeah, I was on that. Yeah, I'm a grown-ass man. Excuse my language. playing a Lego game. Yes, I am, and I still do. I love it. And I do Legos. You notice behind me, I have a whole stack of them.
Yeah.
Boxes that I got to put together and everything. So, yeah.
I see that you still haven't shipped my R2-D2 that you owe me either. So.
No, I gotta get you a full size one. Next time I go to a con,
hey,
I'm gonna pull to the side a person that's walking with a droid, and it's like, how can I get me a droid? Exactly. I got a buddy in the Midwest that needs one. Needs a good friend to spit out stats and everything to help him out when he's doing his broadcast. So,
that'd be incredible. It'd be like the number 2 in Benchwarmers. Have you guys seen that movie?
Yes, I've seen Benchwarmers 1,000 times. Where my wife's favorite movie for some reason.
Yeah, where what is it? Clark goes, "Can I get a tuna fish with mayonnaise and Skittles and the crust cut off?"
Yep.
And pops out the sandwich. Anyway,
and he has a face and a mustache. I don't know if your R2-D2 is going to have a face.
That's okay.
And then a British accent on top of that. I don't know.
Yes, of course. And wearing a tux.
Yeah, wearing a tux. Yeah.
AG, some folks are not learning, man. They parked across the street again at that spot, and the tow truck is there taking them out, man.
Hey, it's common sense. It's common sense, man.
Yeah, they getting them.
Yeah, any downtown street parking that I find, I look for the street parking signs first.
Yes.
Before I look for an empty spot.
They got the covers on.
Yeah, the sign says, or the covers, like when you see the covers on the meters,
you better
don't do it. Don't even touch it.
No.
Keep moving.
You might be able to do that for overnight, but you better have that. Even then, it's risky, man, because you don't know when that cargo just coming.
You might have a Jason Bourne meter maid coming in. So if you do overnight, they're gonna get you.
They gonna get you.
They can be a meter maid on Jason Bourne level or Tom Cruise Mission Impossible level. I'm up at 2 a.m. What you thought you were gonna stay here all night?
Well, in other history, this is got a connection to UAG in a sort of way. 2018, 39-year-old New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees throws 17-yard pass to Michael Thomas. That was a good receiver too back in the day.
Yeah,
man.
real good.
Yeah,
Ohio State, right?
Yes, I believe so. Yep,
that is right. Good job.
To become the NFL career pass leader, he broke Brett Favre's record of 6,300 completions, and the Saints ended up beating the Falcons 43-37 on this day in 2018. So Drew Brees takes care of biz there. Guys, we got a lot of Nebraska football to discuss. We're going to take a quick break, and then it's Nebraska football. Text in. We'll try to take your calls, too. We're going to read as many texts as you can. We'll read the numbers and the stats and the breakdown, and then it's on to the next one, fellas. But we got to talk. We got to break this one down, though. A lot of it down. Absolutely. It's the drive. Absolutely.
Just got to break it down.
Got to break it down. Break it down. We'll be right back, folks. It's the drive. 93.7 A Ticket.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Are your feet just killing you and you feel like all hope is lost? Say goodbye to discomfort and hello to pain relief at Brown Shoe Fit. They offer expert advice along with high-quality products to help you find the right solution tailored to your specific needs. Need a different width? Not a problem. Brown's carries a wide range of widths in store. Brown Shoe Fit on 66th and Q.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $437 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004120, $437 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 5,500 to signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 9/30/2024. See dealer for details.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we are out of the gate for September with a very special GMC sales offer. We must move out all new GMC truck inventory fast. So right now at Coppell, we are offering true GM supplier pricing for everyone. Yes, you heard right. True GM supplier pricing on all GMC Sierras. That's over $12,000 off on select models. That's GM supplier pricing, $12,000 off on Sierras. Do not wait. Stop on in or check us out online at CoppellCars.com.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best boxing on Saturday, October 5th with Roughnecks at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. 8 bouts are scheduled for the night, including the main event of Dwayne Johnson and Jack Lawless Frericks in the professional middleweight championship bout. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the boxers and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing cloud cover throughout the day and white winds with an afternoon high around 73. Tonight, we'll see increasing cloud cover with a low around 52. Then tomorrow, a chance of showers, possibly storms. Otherwise, partly sunny skies and a high around 78. I'm meteorologist Kyle Glick for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0. And bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're back on this Monday, folks. Talked about volleyball history. Now it's the part is not so comfortable. We got to discuss it, though. 31-24. Illinois knocks off Nebraska at home in overtime. Tough loss, tough pill to swallow. Some of the total yards, AG, Illinois ended up with 381 to 345. Passing yards, they were 215. We were 297. Rushing yards, the one that concerns me the most, I would say out of this, where they had 166, we had 48. AG, that rushing part, although Dante Dotwell finished up with with 20 carries for 72 yards. The sacks and the tackles for losses knocked that average down there. So the 48 number is the number that's there because you had losses in there. However, big Caden Fegan, who you talked about, AG, we talked about that all week last week. 12 carries for 69 yards. And, of course, the one that hurt us the most was the one in overtime, the 21-yard run he had there where we had no one home on that play. AG, overall assessment of the game, man. Overall assessment.
Overall assessment, now we know where we stand, right, in Big Ten play and with teams at our caliber, knowing that, okay, now we know our path. Like, we know that a team that is well-coached, well-disciplined, and then has the same drive as us, like Illinois had. And I matched that up, like watching the previous films on Illinois, and there's no one but Lehman watching him for a few years at Wisconsin. Correct me if I'm wrong, he was an offensive lineman. So he has an offensive lineman mentality where they don't miss a detail. When they get ready, when you have offensive linemen that are former O linemen that are now head coaches, Matt Rule as well, don't miss a detail on anything and I think, and I speak from experience. My dad was an offensive lineman. And so he taught me from football from his point of view, right? So I'm a running back, but I'm learning from an offensive lineman point of view about physicality, about how to plan, and then how from a mentality part where you got to fight from one play to another. It's always a fight,
right?
So other positions don't get hit sometimes, right? Every play, quarterback, sometimes running back, you don't get, if you got a good old line, you can run all day and not feel that you get hit hard or took to the ground. But offensive lineman mentality, it's like it's a 4-quarter fight. So teams that we are going to face where the head coach or anybody on their staff or former linemen, they're going to have a tough mentality and they battle grit for grit, play for play in this game. You saw the physicality from both sides, and that's where the margin of error was very thin. If we made a mistake and they made it, vice versa, they made mistakes too, we capitalized or we didn't, and same for us. We made a mistake and they either capitalized on it or they didn't because we stiffened up. We didn't have that letdown. And so for 4 quarters, including overtime, other than overtime, the 5th quarter, that was the only time where you saw a big letdown in our offensive game plan in terms of that linebacker blitzing up on Dylan right away, and nobody was there to answer for him. And then the previous play, like you just mentioned, the running back chopping off 24 yards to give his quarterback and the O-line an easy chance on their touchdown once in overtime. So it's just those little details that now you can stack this again in the memory bank and say, hey, this is all good coaching film to get better and get ready for Purdue.
Nick, a few things, man. Yeah. You look at the one to where on the scoring drive, on our first scoring drive, when we had to settle for the field goal, Ramir Johnson caught the ball, but it should have been a touchdown, but inadvertently backed out of bounds before we secured the ball. That was a big play right there because we had to settle for a field goal on that one. The one I talked about on the spillover with Sip and Jake, Isaiah Noor looked like should have been a touchdown. When I say should have, meaning he should have caught the ball, but he got it ripped out of his arms. Yeah. Okay. We've seen that's the second week in a row we've seen that happen, to where last week against UNI, it cost us an interception. This one, it cost us a touchdown to where it was, as an Illinois interception.
Good play by the defender. That's a fantastic play by the Illinois cornerback there.
And AG, we talked about the Scott brothers. Xavier Scott, I forget the young man's name, Nick. Xavier Scott, I forget the other cat's name. But they're back 7. They're ball hawks, and we've seen that on Friday night. Then there was the one that I thought was questionable, though, was at 4th and 1. The refs didn't even measure it. Nick, you remember the play I'm talking about?
I do.
That 4th and 1, I thought they should have measured because it looked like they may have been short. So, I mean, that's huge. I'm not saying it decided the game, but that's still a huge one.
I think it would also have been difficult just because it would have been such a clump that it would have been hard to, obviously the same old song and dance that we always know, conclusive evidence, and can you see the ball in the pile and so on and so forth. There was that piece, and don't forget on the backside of that there was a personal foul penalty on Nebraska as well.
That's right.
MJ Sherman got called for a personal foul on that play as well. Guys, you talked about that first drive, or the Nebraska's first scoring drive, and this is one of the things I went back to time and time again. Nebraska gets to 1st and goal on the 5-yard line, and Dante Dowdell runs forward for 2.5 yards to the Illinois 2, right? And so you're halfway there with 2. Essentially, if you wanted to play the aggressive mindset with 3 downs to go,
Right.
And Nebraska then throws 2 incomplete passes. One was incomplete to Isaiah Nair, and then the other one was the one that you referenced where Ramir Johnson just walked out of bounds. It didn't notice that he was up against the boundary and ends up, being ineligible if he were to catch and touch the football. So I was surprised by that because that entire drive, Nebraska ran the ball right down the throat of Illinois. They came out running the ball, and they were able to go right at Illinois with Dante Dowdell. And you got down inside the 5 on 1st and goal. You got half the distance to the goal, to the 2.5-yard line, with 2, potentially 3 downs to go, and you didn't run it one more time. You didn't do what had gotten you there to that extent. And when the field was smaller and the everything is in a much more compact space, it can become a little more difficult to throw the football.
A lot more difficult
to throw the football. And Nebraska elected to throw the football twice rather than trying to run again. I understand maybe if it was 3rd and goal after you ran it 2 straight, whatever. I thought Nebraska maybe got a little too cute on that first drive.
Yeah.
It resulted in 3 points, sure, but also, you would have liked to see 6 and an extra point there.
Well, then you go to when there was 3 minutes left in the tie game, 3 minutes left. Raiola, I mean, it happens, but Lindenmeyer was wide open.
Yeah.
And just didn't see him.
Miss.
That was a miss, man. He was wide open on that. Cheeseburger says, people keep saying this lost a wake-up call. How many times has the team snoozed that alarm in the past 15 years? Because we should have woken up a long time ago. Don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but something needs to actually wake Nebraska football up.
Well, and I think this will do it. I think maybe Nebraska needed a little bit of a call, like a little wake-up call, reality check potentially. Not all the guys, but I'm sure some of the guys in that locker room needed a reality check that, you beat 3 teams that frankly weren't world beaters, right? But you got the job done. But now it's time that you lock back in because you go on the road to Purdue before you host Rutgers these next 2 weeks.
AG, before I get into this, I'm just going to say this. Come on, talk the offensive side and defensive side. We'll get more in depth. But I do want to say this, though. First of all, Illinois is a good freaking team. Let's just be honest here. Illinois, are they going to be a team that's just like, hey, look at them? No. But Illinois, they know who they are.
Yep.
Brett Bielema teams, AG and Nick, they always know who they are. They're going to be a team, and I'm just bringing it for the sake of example. They're a team like my Steelers, and what I mean by that, they're not going to be fancy. They're going to be disciplined. They're not going to woo you so much offensively at times, but defensively, they're going to play a disciplined football. They know who they are. They don't make a lot of mistakes, man. And then when you do, they make you pay the price. And in fact, obviously not this year, last year's team, but I mean the old Northwestern teams, Nick and AG, to where they weren't fancy, but they would just drown you slowly but surely at the end of the pool. And before you know it, you're in a dogfight. And if you're not careful, you're going to lose. And that's exactly what happened to Nebraska on Friday night, man. You got yourself into a dogfight. You made some mistakes, and Illinois made you pay for almost every single mistakes you made.
Yeah, it was some. I mean, you guys speak on our players too. John Bullock, he was a guy first and foremost making big hits out there, and it was just a well matched up roster. And I called that before the game. I said this is going to be their first test of the year where they're going to meet a team that's basically kind of looking themselves in the mirror. They're seeing a reflection of themselves or seeing a reflection of what they want to be. It's either one or the two. And so playing against a team, all the teams that they faced up until this game, like I said, was equally matched from position to position. Dodwell did a great job, did the best he could, having 20 carries, 72 yards. That's an effective day. And to run hard against the type of defense that Illinois has. And the way they are coached as well. Singleton has some good plays in there. So everybody showed up. It's just now, like they said, like I mentioned already, and they're going to then look at this film and then piece together where either the big mistakes or the small mistakes, then to get ready for Purdue and then looking on down the line, because those plays right there are going to be the ones that's going to be the subtle reminders beyond the game itself, but the plays themselves individually will be like, all right, this is a subtle reminder that I got to do this instead of that on that play. I got to think about this and make sure I'm in the right position to help my team win when it comes to that situation if it pops up again later in the regular season.
I totally agree with you, bro. And I also feel this though. These are correctable things. It wasn't like Nebraska just got blown out of this game or anything like that. These are correctable things.
Yeah,
Coach
that's
Bush,
the point. That's a good point there.
yeah, exactly. These are correctable things, AG and Nick, because folks, if they had lost by 17 or even 14, that was, and I mean like a dominating 14 or 17, I'd be pushing the panic button for sure. But at the end of the day, Illinois is a dang good football team. And as you mentioned on here, unknown texter 7278, very physical. Squire, my man, what's up, buddy? John says, texting in the front end and back end of our run defense and gaps, Fitz did not seem to be on the same page. John, you're exactly right. They definitely not on the same page. There were guys repeatedly out of place throughout the evening. Once again, it's frustrating, but again, it's correctable. As they ran better, their QB got better with his RPOs. Dude, let's talk about Altmaier for a second.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I thought this game was brilliantly called by Barry Lunny Jr., who's the Illinois offensive coordinator. I walked away from this game with Luke Altmaier more impressed than I expected to be.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't do anything spectacular. He just kind of did his job. And what I mean by that, started the day 7 of 7 through the air, started the day 9 of 10 through the air. So a really strong start for Illinois through the air for passing, right? Averaged about 10 yards per completion. Ended the game, and this is the key, ended the game without throwing the ball to the other team, ended the game 7 of 7 through the air. He ended the game the exact same way that he started the game, 7 of 7 passing.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was really impressive by Luke Altmaier just because they didn't ask him to do a whole lot. A lot of times, especially towards the end, he ended up with 4 touchdowns. The touchdowns that he would throw would be those simple play action, little lobs to the tight ends or the big man in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't need to do too much, but how was it all set up?
Right.
And this goes back to Barry Lunny Jr., their offensive coordinator, who's in his 3rd season with the Fighting Illini, is they established something on the ground.
Absolutely.
They established it on the ground.
Yep.
They brought in certain schemes and certain subs in certain areas where Nebraska just didn't have an answer. I thought Jay said it on the postgame show, and I'll kind of reiterate what he said. Nebraska just got beat. They just got beat. Beat bad. And unfortunately, Nebraska now 3-1. Hopefully, they can get the job done on the road against Purdue.
AG, did it seem like too that Altmaier, the longer the game got, the more comfortable he became as well?
I wouldn't say comfortable. He just got humbled because he made mistakes. He had I believe a fumble or interception or something to bad pass or something where
he had a fumble in the 4th quarter with 8.5 minutes. That was the drive that Nebraska ended up missing the field goal on.
So after that play, they panned to the sideline and watched him, right? And I saw him take off his helmet, and he just kind of said, "You know what? He had the look on his face like his teammates were patting him on the back. He's like, look, that was on me.
Right.
I made a mistake." So when you have a player that understands that, then you got a good player because they understand, okay, there's no blame. The blame is real easy. It's on me. Now, what I got to do next? Give me the next play so then I know I can redeem myself and come out there. So when you have players built like that on your team, on your roster, and they're very few and far between, but when they're there, those are the dangerous players because those are the one that's going to make up that from it. They're looking to, win the championships the next play. Basically, they're going to win that next play because what they just did for their teammates and know their being a quarterback, he knows the whole team is dependent on him in terms of how he handles the ball and how he handles situations. And he didn't handle that situation, made a mistake, but then came back and helped his team get in the right position. As you two, Nick and AD, how y'all talked about, get his team set up along with the offensive coordinator play calling to get them set up for the overtime win.
Yeah, it's the thing about it, it's easy to. I will say this. It's easy to want to throw out the baby with the bathwater after a loss. And I
haven't heard that one. That's a new one. I like that.
You can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, man. You got to realize, okay, you take your assessment, lick your wounds, you start again. Because like I said, again, AG, if this is a game we would just got just blown out, I would have been more concerned. But as Jay mentioned on the post-game show, they just beat us. I mean, that's just the bottom. There's no excuses. They just beat us. Because I see unknown texter 1010 says the 3-3-5 defense is not good. Well, you know what? That's maybe a matter of opinion because the first 3 games, it was pretty dang good. Last year, they were number 10 through 15 in the country good. So it's not, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And I can see why there's some frustration, unknown texter 1010. I'm with you. I get it.
Yeah.
But it's not the 3-3-5. It wouldn't matter because think about this. When people hear 3-3-5, they think they're 3-man. You usually have a backer that's coming up. The rest of the 3 linemen are down. You have a backer that comes in. So it's 3-3-5 maybe in terminology only, but you're always going to have 4 guys up there. And so, but you know what? They just beat us and they hit us in the mouth the other night. It's the bottom line. And a lot of that came from mistake football. They weren't playing gaps right. They got undisciplined at times, but they're all things that I feel are correctable. And another question across their AG, why the DB's playing 7 yards, 7 yards off the receivers.
And they can't control that. That's a play call. Just like on offense, certain plays are determined on what's being called in the huddle, right? From the OC to the DC to the linebacker, whoever's the DB or linebacker that's getting the play. So that's kind of out of control, and how they coach it up in practice. So those are, but it's all, like you said, AD, it's all fixable things.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is nothing new to a losing team. When you lose to a team in overtime, it's only finite mistakes that are there. And it's coaching detail, if it's a played off detail. And on those 2 plays in overtime, that's just being outplayed call.
Yeah. Yeah.
You call a play that you figure, like, as the defensive coordinator, Tony White is thinking, okay, they're probably going to pass on this play. Let's defend the pass. And obviously they got out coached, because then it was a run that was an outside run zone.
Yeah.
Where that running back saw the gap and it was nobody there. So that's
he didn't get touched for a while.
Right.
Man.
He didn't get touched, but that's just just one play off. If he calls a defense that's a run stopping defense, then it's a whole different scenario. We're not having this conversation. But this is competition. Sometimes you are this one play off, and that's what makes you better, because you're like, you know what, next time, okay, I'm gonna think about 2 things, when I'm getting my team ready for this coverage or this offense. I'm gonna be having 2 plays. If we see something, we're gonna flip it to a run stopping play. If not, we're gonna stay in the defense where it's more pass, or find a defense that can stop the run and the pass they have out there. So as a coach, it's like, okay, now I'm gonna do this, because I've been there already. I lost on that one call. And that one call, it was part of our loss. But now moving forward, I will take this, and now I've been educated. Now I'm gonna run a defense. If I'm in this situation again, we're in overtime. That first play, I'm gonna make sure I got a defense that stops the run and the pass, and make sure I have personnel on that field. I'm pretty sure that's what Tony White's thinking, because I know that's how I'll be thinking. If I'm a DC, or even if I'm an OC.
Absolutely. Eric and Hickman, you got some great points there, man. I think Illinois played the way that Rule feels Nebraska does want to play. And I think we got to commit more to the run on that part of it as well, which we'll discuss when we come back. Got a lot more Husker action to discuss before we top off the show at 10. Appreciate all the texts. Keep them coming in. It's The Drive, 937 The Ticket.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories, celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest, and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more, all at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best boxing on Saturday, October 5th with Roughnecks at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. 8 bouts are scheduled for the night, including the main event of Dwayne Johnson and Jack Lawless Frericks in the Professional Middleweight Championship bout. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the boxers and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through September 29th, enjoy 8-ounce USDA choice bacon wrap sirloins for $4.99 each, all-natural boneless chicken breasts for $2.99 per pound, and make sure to try Fairway's Season Fresh Oktoberfest bratwurst or chili cheese bratwurst. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Aye, aye, aye. 31-24. It's the final on Friday night. But as we continue to break that down a little bit, read a few more of your texts in. Appreciate y'all for being patient with us. Quite a few coming in. And unknown texter, absolutely, man. Was glad to take your question for you, brother. Was glad to take it for you. Eric and Hickman, good morning, Eric. He goes, Illinois played a game. We mentioned that when they feels that Rule wants to play. And we've definitely got to continue to find who we are from the offensive standpoint. Like I said, there were bright spots, but there were not enough bright ones, hence why you dropped that game. Unknown texter 8598 says, we were only a top 10 defense because we played some of the worst offenses in the country last year. You know, I would say probably yes and no. I mean, a top defense, regardless of who you play, I mean, you don't want to get thrashed by a team that you shouldn't be either. So again, that was last year's numbers. And but again, I don't think this team I'm not hitting the panic button by any stretch, but I think I thought Nebraska get 8 wins this year. I still think that is I think that's still doable. AG, Nick, would you still say 8 wins? I would still say this, but right now, only thing I want to worry about is Purdue.
Yeah, that's it.
And I've said that over and over again when all this 7-0 hype stuff was coming out. I was just like, Nebraska cannot afford to look by anybody. And obviously we found that on Friday night. We can't afford, 9.5 favorite doesn't mean squat because I think we're 8.5 favorites over Illinois, wasn't we, Nick?
Yeah, I think so.
7.5 to 8.5, something like that.
I think it depended on where you looked. I don't know, guys. Like I think for me, it was one game. Nebraska, there's a lot that they can correct, a lot that they can get better at.
It's correctable.
And you're not playing Ohio State or Michigan next week, or you're not playing Oregon or USC next week. You do have Purdue, who is struggling immensely right now. You get a road test though, so now this will be the first game of the year where Nebraska, they got the first 4 at home, right? And now you have a road test where you have to operate not differently, but it's going to be different. Game day is going to be different for a couple of these guys. Dylan Raiola, first road test on as the quarterback of a Nebraska football team. There's other things in play. Take care of business. I think Nebraska will be fine on Saturday at 11 a.m. against the Boilermakers, but time will certainly tell.
This was Bummer from Colton, South Dakota. What's up, Bummer? He goes, what do you guys think about not taking the ball first in overtime?
I think it's a decision. We got that. Okay.
Because you know what you have to do.
Yeah, we got
Stop
that.
them,
We
you know
got
what you
that
gotta do.
text in question on the postgame show. That is what you want to do. Nebraska winning the toss is exactly what you wanted to do. Number one, Nebraska's defense. Sorry, AG. Oh,
but you can finish. You can finish.
No. So here's what I was going to say, and maybe I'm wrong then on this. I always looked at it as then exactly what you have to do. Nebraska also put what they view as their best side of the ball on the field, and maybe not in that game, but as a program, the last 2 seasons under Matt Rule, Nebraska's defense has been the stronger side. So that is why I think it was the right call to put the defense. Maybe the former running back disagrees though. Go ahead, AG.
No, the former running back does disagree because I do agree with what you just said. It makes sense, right? Putting your best team on the field, being the defense, right? They showed up, but the offense has been playing well. And it's a strategy thing, right? It's a mental thing for terms of overtime because then even though they're a tough team, right? They played us all 4 quarters and now we're in the 5th quarter. It probably wouldn't shake them that we put our offense out first. But for us, I think doing that sends a different message. When you put your offense out first, you score points, you get that mentality, that pressure on that other team to go out there, even though they're a team that could probably handle the pressure of being the second team out there with offense, which they showed up in terms of that. But I feel a little bit different where it's like I'd rather put the ball in my offense hand and see what happens. Not see what happens, but score the points and then put some pressure on the other team. I said that's the only part where I feel a little different on it.
Well, you think about it this way. This time last year, one of the texters texted in and said, if it's correctable, then correct it. Scooter from Roca, I agree with you. If it's correctable, then correct it. Same mistakes over and over. I would have disagreed on the same mistakes over and over because the same mistakes last year would have been we would have had 3 or 4 interceptions last year. You know what I'm saying? We'd have had the ball on the turf a number of times last year. Although, Scooter, I do see what you're saying as far as the technique, as far as alignment. And Coach Bush had a good point this morning. He goes, it's hard. It's easy to look on TV and see what you saw. But until you get it broken down as far as the film angles and see, we can really see where technique, alignment, etc. Those coaches will have those type of footage we don't have, and they'll see better because that's what they do. I don't, like I said, the things I see correctable, alignment techniques, calls, wrapping up, those things. To me, I'm not concerned about it because everything in front of us is still there. It's still there. So, but right now, the thing in front of Nebraska right now is Purdue. And AG, I'm going to ask you this, Nick. I'm going to ask you both this as well. Ask you this, Nick, as well. Nebraska's been home every game so far. You got an 11 o'clock kickoff. You're away from all the craziness to distract you home. AG, sometimes when you were in Green Bay and you were taking care of tickets, you had family members coming into town, you stayed a night at a hotel, you had all these other things to worry about. Compared to when you're on your road, you arrived there, you did your walkthroughs, you have a lot of distractions. Is this, in your opinion, a great time for Nebraska to be a way to lick their wounds and get refocused with all the different side distractions of playing a home game?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a great time, but it's a more relaxing time because it's a road trip. It's a business trip. That's what we called it. We called it a business trip. You come there because you don't, unless you're from that town, somebody from Indiana or somebody on the roster from Lafayette. Okay, maybe you have a few extra people to visit with, but it's a business trip. And that makes it a lot easier to focus. And so this game being on the road, glad is this, game and team, regardless of the team, glad is on the road because now you already know the routine. You know what it takes in terms of travel. You get all your stuff ready to go. The team, equipment guy, he's getting all this stuff. Coaches are getting ready to go on the road, and it's going to be a business trip and go out there and try to get a victory in Lafayette. So that's it. So it makes it a lot easier coming off this win or loss right here. In an overtime loss, it kind of dumbs things down, and then you can just go focus on Purdue. It makes it real easy.
AG and Nick, there is something that Coach Osborne, and I think sometimes just because we're older now, and you realize a team that we are still a team that is still finding their way, and there's not a game. And Josh, I appreciate the contest. Like I said, we always try to keep it real, so I definitely appreciate that. Purdue is a formidable opponent. Think about this, with the exception of last year, we tangle with everybody. Particularly Purdue. They're just one of those teams that, man, they just play rugged, drag your knuckle type football. And Nebraska is, in my opinion, is going to have their hands full. I don't see another game on our schedule, Nick, and correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, your opinion, and AG, we can talk when we come back. I don't see any games on there. I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to take care of it. No, every game we have is one they better come strapped up and ready to play.
Exactly. After this game, it's uphill from here. It's not downhill from here.
No,
we got Rutgers and they got a run game. We got Indiana. I don't know how they're putting up the points they're putting up, but they they obviously have a pass game. And then Ohio State, they're ranked number 3.
Yeah.
And they have a two-headed monster in the backfield.
Little side note, AG and Nick, and we'll talk about this in a second maybe. K-State went to BYU and got absolutely boat raced.
Hey, that was a test. They find out what the Big 12 is about now.
Yes. And I thought they went up there probably thinking they were going to take care of it. It was like, BYU says, watch this.
Hey, teams from Utah are built a little different. I played this team in high school from Utah, and we got boat raced, as you say, AD. It wasn't fun. It was in Australia, too, so that's what I was all mad about. I was like, man, we travel halfway around the world to get our butt kicked? I was like, no. I'd rather just stay in America and get this butt whipping. Fly all the way to Australia and then get a mud hole stopped in us? No, this ain't fun at all.
Yeah, Eric, we just gonna drag our knuckles and be cavemen out there, baby.
I know that's the first thing that popped in my head when you say that, AD. I'm like, where are you getting this line from? I'm like, oh, this is not the best line to describe.
I have many leather-bound books.
the run game of an opposing team or the pass game or just the way they play. I'm like, where did he get this line from and put it in this description? I said, that's nice. It's different. I wouldn't have done it.
Nah. Folks, we come back. We got one more segment to discuss. And it's onward and forward. Let's go. 937 ticket. Be right back.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Oh, Kansas.
Here we go. If I can have today.
You just don't stop giving, do you?
Green flag, we're underway.
The closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history.
Finish, boys.
Close to downtown, amazing campgrounds. 4 NASCAR races in one weekend, and it's the playoffs.
Goddamn drive.
Now you're just showing off. But we're not mad. In fact, we're looking forward to it. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 27th through the 29th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing cloud cover throughout the day and white winds with an afternoon high around 73. Tonight, we'll see increasing cloud cover with a low around 52. And tomorrow, there's a chance of showers, possibly storms. Otherwise, partly sunny skies and a high around 78. I'm meteorologist Kyle Hook for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through September 29th, enjoy 8-ounce USDA choice bacon wrap sirloins for $4.99 each. All natural boneless chicken breasts for $2.99 per pound. And make sure to try Fairway's Season Fresh Oktoberfest bratwurst or chili cheese bratwurst. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. As you gear up for game day this season, don't forget the MVP in your life. Whether it's a ruby bracelet to show off for team spirit or a timeless Heartland diamond that shines from across the room, we've got the perfect play. Our experts at Sartor Heyman are here to help you make the winning move. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
HealthLink is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. HealthLink provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacement snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a HealthLink subscription. Find your missing link with HealthLink today on the southeast corner of 70th and Pioneers or by phone at 402-858-9356.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here and football is officially back. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, and this year you can too. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code EARLY, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code EARLY to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 19 plus in Nebraska and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks. We appreciate all the text messages and input. New week, though. The thing about it, you don't want to lose twice because of one game. You better, like I said, they better get a short memory, learn the lessons, and move on, because West Lafayette is going to be on and popping. Hey,
Ross State Stadium isn't necessarily the toughest place to play.
It won't, but when Nebraska comes to town, teams get up.
Yeah.
And they may only have 15, 20,000 there, but whoever the amount's going to be there.
If you're paying to show up to a Purdue football game,
they're going to be up and ready to play. So with that being said, you guys, Raiola, well, we heard for the past, 3-4 weeks, Raiola, he got some dirt on him now, AG, which I like. When I mean by dirt, he had a rough go around. He didn't play horrible by any stretch of the imagination, man.
He played against a team that was to their caliber.
AG, you know what? Freshman.
People forget that.
It's a freshman. He was playing high school football this time last year.
Right. And that's where you see, like, man, he's taking this like this as a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
That says a lot, right?
It says a lot. It says a lot. It says a lot.
He's not letting them see him sweat. I mean, even though defense did what they did to them, the team did what they did to them, their coaching staff did what they did to our coaching staff. He got on that podium and was like a pro.
And I love to see that. Absolutely. I'd love to see it. There's things that, like I said, that needs to be fixed. That'll be correctable. Alignments, gap integrity, etc. Those things are correctable. If they had just got their heads beat in, then I'd be concerned. But it's like, hey, you know what? Everything they wanted is still ahead of them. They still got to go out there and compete. And here's the thing about it, man. Rule last week was very bullish and sluggish on giving up too much praise to either one of them. Nick, remember that? He was like, well, we still got to figure some things out. We're going to see this week. Well, they saw what happened on Friday, and they see what they got to get to in the type of football you have to play. Things you got away with. Exactly. The things you got away with UTEP, Colorado, UNI, it's not going to work in the Big Ten against your better coach teams like a Brett Bielema type team. Purdue, again, the only thing I want these guys and fans to think about is Purdue. We can still ache and moan about this game. Game is over. You can learn from it, but the only thing they've been worried about is what's going to happen at 11 a.m. in West Lafayette on Saturday morning.
There you go.
AG, before we go into this is our last break right here. This is it right here.
This is it. Yeah,
this is
AD attitude adjustment.
82 attitude adjustment. I'm going to say this. I think it's fitting. You better have a short memory. Learn the lessons from things. Have a short memory. Keep going on. Whether that's in life, financial, physical, whatever it may be. Short memory. Learn the lesson. Move on. AG, what you got, big dog?
Hey, something along the lines of that, what you just said. It says, at the end of the day, we can endure much more than we think we can. So
I love it. I love it. Yeah. David from Renew, I hope you're doing great, my man. He says, I'm getting as tan as AD.
He's in Mexico.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is he down the street?
Yeah, he's closer to the equator. That's what he's talking about.
There you go. Folks, we'll be back tomorrow. I think Raff will join us tomorrow. Hopefully his traffic delays and flight delays got taken care of. Thanks for riding with us this morning. It's The Drive, 93.7 A Ticket.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through September 29th, enjoy 8-ounce USDA choice bacon wrapped sirloins for $4.99 each, all natural boneless chicken breasts for $2.99 per pound, and make sure to try Fairway's seasoned fresh Oktoberfest bratwurst or chili cheese bratwurst. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Hello, Charlie Stone here, and joining me is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I was noticing on your website, you have more than 150 new 2024 and 2025 Hondas in stock right now.
Yes, we do, Charlie. It's neat when you drive by and see all the cars on our lot, and we have most all models and all different colors available, and we even have more than hundreds on the way. We also have the all-new, all-electric 2024 Honda Prologue in stock right now. We have a few of them to choose from. Plus, qualified buyers get financing from just 1.9% APR.
How about your pre-owned selection?
I talked to a lot of my customers and friends, and they still think